All right, so we're back. One of the things I discovered when I was setting up, I had to actually unplug and move a power adapter around because the cable for the Zoom is only about 3 feet long. I mean, I think that's standard industry. I probably would have liked a 5 foot cable, but that's just me. So it just means you kind of have to plan if you're going to use it plugged into something. I went ahead and installed an SD card already, but I haven't turned it on yet, so we're going to do that together. So it's just a straight up switch on the back. There we go. Zoom PodTrak P8. Color buttons, how nice. Everything loves to be RGB now, color lit up. Okay, looks like our initial setup here. Multiple languages, English, French, Dutch, Italian, Spanish, Japanese, or Chinese. I'm sorry, I don't know which. I can set the year. I think this is just all touch-based. I was trying to do this so I can get my hands in here, but that's all right. And not that you care, but I'm recording this on the last day of February. Gotta look at my computer to see what time it is. All right. So it does it on military time. That's fine. Enter. On air. Let's see, what are we looking at? Off or original data with tone and comp. Decrease background noise by automatically turning down volume of silent mic. Oh, the noise reduction. Yeah, okay. I've heard about this in the reviews. People were talking about one of the really good things. Keep track files, original data. I don't know what tone and comp means. Let's see. Save track files unaffected by fader position. Okay, it says the same thing. I'm going to leave that original data at default because I do like editing using my software on my computer. I know you can do actually quite a bit of editing. According to people online, you can do all of your editing in a basic level on here and put it straight out ready to go. That's totally up to you. I don't know. I probably won't do that. I do love that it keeps track files on the SD card, and it should record each track separately on the SD card. I do know that if you use a USB-C and go out to your computer and record into your computer, it will record as a single track. So be aware of that. I really love having control over each track separately and combining them in the end after I'm done editing because, some people are louder than others and things happen with certain microphones, but do it whatever way you want. So I'm going to go to the next thing. Enter. Let's see. Okay. Nice little touch interface. The colors on here even match the colors on here. Got an SD card mark there. Let's see. So we got a format test, backup transfer. I don't know what transfer. If they're talking transfer from the SD card to the computer. I guess I can always look it up. I'll go ahead and format the card even though it's brand new, just to format it to whatever the system uses. Format. Complete. Touchscreen is nice so far. It has a protective, you can't really see it in the video, but there's a tiny little piece of plastic tab there to show that there's a protective film over it. I might even look and see if there's some kind of custom Gorilla Glass that would work on this, just because if you're going to be touching it a lot and if it's going to be on the go, I feel like this is the weakest point of the device. So, I might look for a way to just protect that a little bit more. And honestly, I'm probably going to buy a hard case to carry this and a couple of microphones in just to do it for the sake of doing it. Okay, we did that. We're going to go ahead and leave the SD card thing. Oh, that's cool. Out of the SD card, there's our date at the top. Okay. Oh, okay. So this, I'm guessing, is how much I could record onto the SD card because it has a remaining time. So 16 gig, so out of the box, 16 gigs SD card will give you 3 hours and 45 minutes of recording without doing anything else. Now, I don't know if that drops using multiple channels. Like if I have 4 mics at once since they're each doing a separate track, will that change? I don't know. Let's see. What's the power symbol do here? Okay. Okay. You can select the type of battery. So if you alkaline, lithium, NiMH. I'm not sure if familiar with that style. Is this scroll? No. Okay. We have an LCD brightness adjustment. Okay. I think it's pretty good all the way up. I guess if you're in a dark place, maybe you can turn it down a little bit so you don't hurt your eyes. It's got a tablet mode. Set before connecting to a tablet by USB using AC adapter or batteries. I have not heard anything about the tablet mode. I don't know exactly what they're referring to. So I'm just going to leave that for now. I don't plan on using a tablet with this, but it'd be interesting to see what actually that means. Okay. That I think is the top. This looks like we got a mute. Okay, so that's like a playback and file thing. This top microphone button. Looks like you can delete, combine, transfer. So that must be like you're editing because there's no file, as it says. I know the multi-symbol here is the sound pad buttons. So yeah, this is everybody's talking about. There's 4 banks: Bank A, Bank B, Bank C, Bank D. Bank A by default has 9 pre-programmed in there. Something called Funky, something called Piano Electric, and these are 2 second, 2 second, 7 second. Hard Riff, Dream, Horn Jazz, Scratch. I'm guessing like a record scratch, you know. Applause, a sad trombone, and a rim shot. Okay. You can obviously get more. I plan on using it for openings and endings. The applause thing. Sometimes I've used that and stuff just to kind of liven things up. If you have different segments in a show, I could see that being very handy. So, all right, that's those, and obviously the corresponding thing. This, I believe, is the phone setup. Yep. So your phone oh yeah, that is another great thing here. At the very top, you can plug a line directly in and go to your phone, and it's dedicated for your phone. They have a Bluetooth adapter. I plan on getting it. At the moment when I went to look at it, it was sold out, and the only people selling it were resellers, and they had marked it up from like $49 to $150. So heck with that. So the Bluetooth adapter should be really interesting. I posed the question and no one really knows if the quality there's any loss in quality or not. No one seems to know yet. So we might do a video on that later. But so there's the hard line plugging directly in, which I think is great, especially nowadays. Obviously, a lot of podcasts are done remote, and we might need that a lot more. So there's that. Now, I'm not sure what the difference. Obviously, the 5 symbols along our thing here are microphones. The 6th symbol, the 6th track, I believe, if I understood right from people online in the review, if you're using the phone, it becomes the 6th sixth track, excuse me, or sixth slot, whatever you want to call it. So you can't actually wedge in 7. You can't have all of these filled and a phone. I don't plan on it, but I believe that is something out there people have tested. So I'm just going to click on the first track first in here. Okay, so mic 1, we have a limiter, a low cut, we have tone, and we have a comp / de-esser. I can't scroll down or anything, so that's all there is to it. I can slide it, of course. You turn it on or off. Awesome. Okay. So, I think that is pretty much the basic functions of this. So I went ahead and plugged in a microphone and a headphone just so you could see what it looked like. It's worth noting that the the headphone inputs use the smaller headphone slot, your classic audio headphone. They don't use the big standard, I forget, 3.5 millimeter. Feel free to correct me, whatever it is. I have an adapter. I brought it out because I wasn't thinking when I did it. There other outputs, which I believe these are for studio monitors, or maybe if you just have a primary headset, use that larger slot. So it's worth noting, and you just, you're ready to go. I already checked it, and as soon as I plugged in the mic and turned it on, it came across fine on the headset. You've got a control here and a control here. I already adjusted a little bit on the headphones. They picked it up really well. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that just because it's kind of in the way, and I don't need a headset on if I'm recording to my computer. I'm just going to turn this on so you can see the bar, and we might look at what it records here. So I've just turned my microphone on. I'm just using a cheap hand one right now. I'm not using one of my favorites. So this is just, you can see the wave bouncing. I can drop it down all the way and it doesn't do anything. So there's that up. If I hit the on air, there it goes, dropped. I'm still talking. I don't know if you can see this in video, but the waveform is still showing on here. It's just not actively recording. So if I hit the on air button, it'll appear again. You can see. And if I hit mute, then it's totally dead across the board. So there's that back. I'm going to hit record real quick and see what it looks like to have a little file recorded. So we'll do that right now. So a record light came on, and we've got a countdown on the top of the screen. Now, I don't know, let's see, there's a play pause, so I'm going to hit pause here for a second. Okay, so that paused it. We'll go ahead and resume. Resumes recording straight up. Nothing we didn't really know, but there we are. I'll throw a flag in. We'll say at the 23 mark, I have flagged it. And the 23. Okay, so it does it for a second and then disappears. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording. There we go. And I've turned off the mic. I'm going to go ahead and unplug the mic so it's out of our way. Let's see here. Anything? There we go. So that is the mic out of our way. Put that aside. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up that file we just made and see. So there it is. I'm going to hit it. Okay, so there's our markers. That's cool. So it does exactly what I thought it did. Looks like we've got trim. Can we zoom in? I think that's what that is, or is that advancing? There's our time. Okay, so that's zooming in. So the plus minus there is a zoom. Boy, that's probably hard for you to see. I can't zoom out anymore. There we are. So that's a file recording on there. It looks like there's quite a bit you can do in here. Some people mentioned that. I think I'm not going to go any further. I think that's the end of this review. I might hook this up and do a secondary video with some microphones and some editing and see what it sounds like. But that's it for today. So thank you very much. And we this is our first indie audio video for our YouTube channel. So please comment, like, subscribe, all those fun things. We hope we'll be doing not only other product reviews, but hopefully some of our podcast episodes will be recorded and they will be out on this channel under a different playlist. So thank you very much and have a great day.